Morning, Bedford's honorary D-Day events came to a close with a special World War II chapel service. WDBJ 7's Annabelle Kinney shows us how the community came together for the last celebration in honor of the 80th anniversary.
A bright Sunday morning in Bedford at the D-Day Memorial called for a World War II chapel service, a reenactment of the veteran experiences in 1944. The event, known as Order of Service, drew a large crowd gathered on the lawn worshiping and singing hymns from actual World War II songs and service books. Among the crowd were two World War II veterans, 100-year-old Robert Boulay and 104-year-old Ada Mae Hostler. Together, they have a combined age of 204 years. Boulay, who served as a Marine at Normandy Beach on June 6, 1944, is grateful to be present.
It's wonderful to be right here. And really, everybody's wonderful. I can't believe that.
This special D-Day memorial service was a reenactment of one American troops held in southern England, right before the boys headed over to the beach. A long way from home, chaplains played a big part of the brave fighters' morale, providing comfort during the times of war. Kevin Eyre, the chaplain of Sunday's sermon, says he created the reenactment based off notes from World War II chaplains and veterans who attended those original services.
In doing this presentation here, of all places, what were the boys of Bedford and all the other young men thinking? They didn't know that they were going to be facing what they were going to face.
Eyre says it's important to remember this crucial part of World War II history and the role chaplains played for many, providing them just an escape from chaos, even if it was just for an hour.
The American military chaplains have a wonderful expression. We bring God to soldiers, and we bring soldiers to God. I believe the Navy has the same thing. And it's a wonderfully succinct, compact expression of what they do.
The service not only honored the past, but the legacy of those who served and the chaplains who supported them. In Bedford, Annabelle Kinney, WDBJ 7.